Hello again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music, and I am so glad that you are here choosing to spend some of your valuable time with me. Yes, I have been on a super long hiatus. Yes, I am back. So, today we're going to listen to some Erik Grönwall, who I have never heard of in my life. There's two dots over the O in Grönwall, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but we're just going to go for it. So, this is a donation request from Dine, D-I-N-E. So thank you very much, Dine. I super, super appreciate it. And I hope you will enjoy the video. He said, or she said, I don't know. Hello, I came to your page because of your reactions to Dan Vasc and Tommy Johansson. I discovered them because they both had a collab title with my favorite singer, Erik Grönwall. Would you also react to a song from Erik? And so, of course, yes, I will. Thank you very much for the donation. And I am excited to discover a new artist. If you're a fan of Tommy and Dan, then you appreciate good vocalists. So I have high hopes. I do have the lyrics pulled up in another tab here, and I am ready. Let us begin.
Call the game, the pieces are on the floor. No winners anymore. Out of time. We were proud, chasing a starry sky, but dreams couldn't justify our last goodbye.
Beautiful voice. Amazing, amazing. Dig the jacket. I love the setting of the video. I like this kind of muted, sort of cool overtone that the video has so far. Cool glasses, he's got a something going on there. Very, very nice. And what we have so far is a very, it's a piano, it's a duet, it's a piano, and it's Erik singing. And we have some pain in the voice, right? So call the game. The pieces are on the floor. No winners anymore. Out of time. We were proud, chasing a starry sky, but dreams couldn't justify our last goodbye. Beautiful rhyming lyrics. What game are we playing? You know, is this chess? I guess we'll see. But I don't know if there's a whole band. I don't know if we're going to get a whole big thing. I don't know if it's rock or metal like, Tommy and Dan tend to do, or if this is going to be piano the whole way, which is totally fine, right? I am here for that. I love piano. But the pieces are on the floor, right? So, in other words, we were playing a game. Now we are not. Someone has cleared the board, right? They've become upset. They've torn down what once was and created a new situation in the worst possible way of saying that. Right? They've changed the landscape. We are no longer playing. I'm done playing. I have cleared the board. Right? No, this isn't fair. That kind of situation. And we were proud chasing a starry sky. Right? So hopes and dreams and aspirations and looking at something very far away, right? The guiding light of a star. And now we're not doing that anymore. Right? Our dreams couldn't justify our last goodbye. And so the last goodbye was said under, duress. It was in a heated moment. And the scales tipped, right? The bad things in the relationship, whoever this is, I don't know if it's romantic or whatever, but the scales tipped so that the bad outweighed the good, right? This really irritates me. You're not playing fair in this game. And so it pulls that down, and so the scale tips. And now it's not, the dreams aren't quite so weighty. They're not quite so present. The potential good is not quite as present in the moment as the bad. And so we're moving on. You want so okay. I think that's as far as we've heard. Back it up just a little bit.
Couldn't justify our last goodbye. You win some, lose some. Cheer or cry. Who's the winner now? Out of this fight, the winner now. Lost in the night. No more lines to cross. No races to be run. 'Cause now we've lost our crown. Who's the winner? Heads held high, even when nights were low. We ran with nowhere to go. Out of mind, you played your hand, but all I could do.
Yeah, man. So we got that guitar coming in there. We've got, more of a big band sound. We got a nice drum beat, nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Nice drum beat back in the whole track. Beautiful mixing. It's really, really nice. And, uh, you know, his voice it's got that kind of rock and roll quality to it. It's not the sort of like ultra high falsettos that you would sometimes get like in the 70s or whatever. This is a little bit more in kind of a controlled space, but it's really nice. It's really nice to listen to. He's got great clarity. I can tell what he's saying. That's very important to me. And so the winner now, Lost in the Night. No more lives to cross, no more lines to cross, no more lines to cross, no races to be run, because now we've lost our crown. Who's the winner? Okay, so basically, this is an argument, and the you know how this is. If you've been in a romantic relationship, if you win an argument, you don't feel like a winner. It doesn't feel good, and yet you still try to win, right? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't try to win an argument. The purpose of conflict is to reach an understanding. It should be. Lost in the night. No more lines to cross. No more races to be won because we've separated, right? There's no more. And unfortunately, I know exactly about that. Heads held high even when nights were long. We ran with nowhere to go, out of mind. I think I haven't heard that yet. Okay. This is great. The gentleness of the beginning of the song has not been replaced. There's still that sort of like trepidation, that sort of, am I what I'm trying to say is that he's speaking to the context of the song very well. He's emotionally present in the singing of this song. I don't know any other music by this man, but in this case, his kind of like delicacy with the subject matter is highly appropriate, because there's that ache, that sort of, well, I was right and you were wrong. Get out of here. But then there's an emptiness that leaves you with. And so, regardless of who's the winner, there is no winner. Regardless of who takes the crown, nobody gets a crown, right? You wear it, you look like a fool.
When nights were low, we ran with nowhere to go. Out of mind.
Okay, I did hear that.
You played your hand, but all I could do was stall. A draw that would break us all and cross the line. You win some, lose some. Cheer or cry.
Okay, I gotta back up. This little bit here, this drawback, this just, you know, it's just so delicate. It's so delicate and then so powerful. That's the thing I really admire about Einar from Leprous. He's one of my favorite vocalists. Um, Einar can do this all the time. He really pulls away. He can whisper, and then he can just belt, just at the drop of a hat. It's an incredible, vocal difference, an incredible dynamic difference. I mean to say,
Break us all
right
and
here.
cross the line. You win some, lose some. Cheer and cry.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the winner now? Out of this fight, the winner now. Lost in the night. No more lines to cross, no races to be run. 'Cause now we've lost our crown. Who's the winner now?
Yeah, there isn't one.
Who's the winner?
Mm. I just have to say, we got the gift of montage there for just a moment, right? Obviously, a music video is a montage, obviously, but there's not as much focus on the lyrics. There's that little bridge where he's sitting in his apartment or flat, perhaps I should say. It appears to be a European country, and he's staring blankly at the screen, watching a movie, watching a show, watching whatever, and just trying to feel something again, right? And that's tough, man. It's tough. You don't have control over that process when you have something that significant that has happened in your life. And, the TV isn't going to give it to you no matter how much you want it, right? And so I'm not, exclusively talking about TV. I mean, reading a book probably isn't going to give it to you either. You know what I mean? But just the spacing out is probably not going to help. And you feel that, right? You feel that in the song here. That's great. That's great. So very powerful. Very powerful. So good. Little. What a song, man! That towards the end looks like a Phantom of the Opera type thing. I feel like I've seen that space before, and I don't know. I don't know where that is. I'm not extremely well traveled when it comes to that sort of thing. Like I've been to some concerts, but I certainly haven't been to some European concert halls. I've never been to Europe. Um, so I feel like I have seen that before. Y'all can tell me if there's something I should be registering there. That would be very helpful. But yeah, I mean, this guy's got it all, doesn't he? He's really been able to summon that sort of raw energy, and so I can see the tie-in to Dan Vasc and Tommy Johansson. And I would love to do another Tommy reaction, by the way. I've only still done the one, and he seems to be an incredible performer. I would love to do more of Eric. I would love to do more of Tommy. Heck, I'd love to do more Dan Bask. But the the range I really appreciate. The delivery of the emotion I really appreciate. Like I say, this is unfortunately something that I like understand very well, right? Um, and not that it makes me unique. I think that most of the population that's ever been in a romantic relationship can feel this song. Almost everybody, can feel it if you let yourself. But yeah, we've lost our crown. And so the lyrics themselves, they're very good. There's not a lot to them. It's mostly a focus on the performance and the cinematography and all. So it's a great video. It was a great video. So I'm heck yeah, man. I mean, this is really, really good. I would love to know where Eric is from, if he's been in a band, those sorts of things. I don't like I said, I've never seen the name. So if y'all can help me out with that, that's always a good thing. I like to come into these reactions to a new artist without knowing anything. Sometimes I'll theory craft and sometimes I won't. But I like to not know anything going in because I don't want to color my expectations. Now that I've heard a song, I'd love to learn from the fans what is important to know, right? That's how we do things here. So appreciate y'all. Um, Dine, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for putting this on my radar. It's really, really cool. So what Erik Grönwall song should I hear next? And please, head on over to Buy Me a Coffee, make a donation request. I'm gonna keep on plugging away at these donation requests and get them all done. Uh, all the ones that have piled up while I've been out of commission due to some personal stuff. So yeah. um, y'all, with that being said, until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. I hope you can make that you, and I will see you soon.